Howdy, it's me, Andrew. This is going to be your weekly reading for August 8th through the 14th. I am using the Line Strider Tarot because I love it so much. And so basically, just how I pull the cards, if a card comes out as I'm shuffling, which all these cards came out pretty much in one shuffle. So when I shuffle the cards, I look for cards that stick out, and those are the ones that I normally go for. Normally it takes a little bit longer, but I guess we're going to have a really crazy week. So let's see. Oh, okay. So we start out the week with the Lover's card. So the Lover's card always has kind of like a double meaning to me. So the first is it literally means there is a relationship that is going to either happen, or maybe there's one that's going to grow stronger in the beginning of the week. Sorry, but I feel like the Lovers in this regard is about making a decision. I feel like this is going to be making a decision between following your heart and following your head, between what you know is good for you or what you know is bad for you, and how it makes you feel, and choosing between knowing what is the better choice for you. So I feel like the week's going to start out with a decision that you're going to have to make, and that it's going to require you to think outside of the way that you normally do. I feel like it's going to be something that you're going to have to kind of put yourself on the outside looking in and make that decision. Ow, my thumb just popped. So we have the King of Swords coming up for the middle of the week. So this is really interesting because the swords are all about mentalities, and the Queen of Swords, which is someone I love that card in tarot. But the King of Swords the Queen of Swords is someone who really gets rid of things that no longer serve them. I feel like the King of Swords has already done that, and he's mastered that art. I feel like he is the kind of person that doesn't even let things into his realm of influence that will cause him to maybe stray from his path or take away his power. So I feel like the decision that we're going to be making in the beginning of the week is something that's very important, and it's something that if something is taking away your power, or if someone is taking away your power, it's time to cut them loose. Or if a situation, whatever it is, job, whatever it is taking your power and making you feel helpless, let it go and realize that the King of Swords is here to say, look, I know what I'm doing. And I think the King of Swords can kind of appear a little bit cold and callous. I feel like he's not as warm and as inviting as the other kings are. I feel like he is kind of this is going to sound weird, but those of you that know Harry Potter, he's kind of like a Slytherin, if that makes sense. I feel like he is very cunning, and he's very shrewd, and that he is sometimes known for that. So he like I said, he's all about not letting things into his. And they're saying that he's kind of self-centered. I feel like the King of Swords is kind of self-serving in some of his motives. So, but I feel like this is not saying that you should be self-serving and that you should be selfish. But I feel like you should practice what they call sacred selfishness, which is really putting yourself first and putting yourself in the place where you're putting other people. So if you're putting yourself here and other people here, you need to switch that. And if people don't like it, then those are the people that you need to let go of, because they were feeding from your energy, and they were feeding from your positiveness and your whole being, and that's not who you want to be around. So when you start taking care of yourself, and when you start putting yourself first, you're going to attract people that put themselves first, and then you're going to attract a wonderful tribe of people that put themselves first but also help other people in the process, because you can't help people if you can't help yourself. You know what I mean? So the end of the week comes with the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is a card about kind of not looking at what is being offered to you, looking at what you don't have. So in traditional tarot, you see that there is a guy leaning up against a tree, and he has three cups, and he's just like looking all poor pitiful me and dissatisfied, but there's a cup literally coming from a hand in the sky. So this is all about looking at your opportunities. So yeah, you're gonna lose some things when you start taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. You're definitely going to. That's something that's a given. If you start putting yourself first, like I said, those people that were used to you putting them first and kind of walking all over you, even if they don't mean to, are going to naturally distance themselves from you and latch onto other people who will put them first. And there's nothing wrong with these people. It's just that they have this need to be first, and they have this need for attention. And those people might be really important to you, but you have to realize to let them go and look at the other opportunities that are being offered to you, and look at the stuff that heaven is bringing you, because you can't just focus on what went wrong. You can't focus on what you don't have. You have to focus on what you want to bring into your life. Okay, so we have the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant card is the one that came up as a bonus card. So to me, this is a card of getting back to basics about what you believe. This is a card about finding finding the key that fits the lock. So there may be some, or there may have been some. I'm trying to think of the word. There may have been some maybe uncertainties around your belief system. So there may have been some uncertainties around what you believe and why you believe it, and that's perfectly healthy. It's healthy to question your beliefs often. Not question them in the sense of fear, but question them and say what resonates with my spirit and what doesn't. Just like me, when I decided to leave the church, I had to really sit there and say what resonates with me about Christianity and what doesn't, and more things didn't than did, and so I had to say adios. Like I couldn't deal with it anymore, because I feel like once I left the church, and this isn't against anyone in the church, but I'm just saying once I left the church, I kind of broadened my horizons a lot more and learned that there's a lot more that we can do, and there's a lot more power that we have that we don't realize. And so I feel like this card is really one about getting back to the basics, like saying, what do I believe? Why do I believe it? And does this still resonate with me? If you've been believing in a certain something and it doesn't resonate with you anymore, find out why it doesn't resonate. Does it not resonate because you don't like it? Or does it not resonate because it doesn't fit with your spirit and it doesn't fit with your path? Because once we mold our belief systems, our lives conform to our belief systems. So if something is going wrong in your life, take a look at your belief systems and take a look at what is what may be a damaging belief. If you believe that you're being repaid back for karma, something that you did forever ago, and there's what I mean, like maybe in a past life or something, you need to let that go. Not let go of the belief of karma, because obviously karma is real. But let go of anything that causes you pain. Let go of anything that causes you anguish. Let go of anything that makes you feel like you're less than, because you're not. And it's just, it sucks that people they have this like mentality, especially in a lot of the in the church, honestly, that they have this mentality of sin, 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 and if I don't do this, I'm going to go to hell, or if I don't do that, I'm going to go to hell. And that's why it's so damaging, because we need to move beyond the idea of hell. We need to move beyond the idea of being punished forever, because it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It doesn't exist. I'm not going to get into that, but hell's not real. But if you believe in hell, then that's part of your belief system. But just know that it's kind of a self-limiting and a self-sabotaging belief. Because if you believe that every time you do something wrong that you're going to go to hell and you feel guilty about it, then when you feel that guilt and when you feel those lower energy emotions because you did something wrong and you don't forgive yourself, then it's just like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So this is really about getting rid of those limiting beliefs, and I feel like that's what this decision is going to be about. I feel like these isn't going to be a decision that is going to have necessarily an outward effect. that is going to be immediately tangible. I feel like that this week is going to be a week about getting back to the basics of your belief system and using the lovers as that guidance to go between your heart and your head, what in between what you are being told to believe and what your heart is telling you to believe, what your spirit and your soul is telling you to believe, and then to move into that King of Swords energy where you don't even let these thoughts in your mind, you don't even let these limiting beliefs in your anywhere near you. And then with the Four of Cups, it's kind of that letting go of that, being dissatisfied with your belief systems and being dissatisfied with your life, and taking the cup that's being offered to you from heaven in the form of realization and using it. And that's what this week is about, and it's a beautiful thing. It can be scary to look at beliefs that we've had for a while and that we've had for a long time and not um, and that we don't want to get rid of. But it's a beautiful opportunity to change your life, and I'm just I'm really excited about it. So I encourage you to journal. I encourage you to really, like I said, get back to those. Write down what you believe. Write down everything that you believe right now, and then go back through it and ask about, um, and ask your spirit, ask yourself, your higher self, what resonates and what doesn't. Through the Four of Swords, this is going to be a week of inner reflection, and a week of peace, and a week of going inside of yourself and meditating. So I am super excited about this reading. It's such a great one. It's one that's really an internal week that's going to be coming up. Um, so I hope we have a good week with that. I know we will. It's going to be amazing. So if you would like to sign up for my course at Tarot Summer School called Angels in Tarot, where we go through the tarot card by card with angel affirmations, we have a meditation to bring the angels into your reading space, and I'm very proud of it. I've never done something like it before. So if you are wanting to get involved in that, you can click the link below. There are 18 other fabulous teachers at Tarot Summer School. We have Benna Bowen, Ethany, who is the headmistress of Tarot Summer School, Vix from New Age Hipster, Chelsea Smith, Ashley Oppen, who else? I know I'm forgetting people. I know I'm forgetting people. But anyway, you can click the link below and get the season pass and get access to all of our classes for a lifetime. So yay for that. You get downloadable worksheets and PDFs and cheat sheets. So that's awesome. If you would like to hang out with me on Skype, then or a phone call or chat over email with a reading, you can get a reading from me below. I am super happy to have all of you here and be on the lookout for some kind of big announcements coming soon, but I can't say what they are. So I will be seeing you guys soon. Angel blessings to each and every one of you. Bye.